Múin 5. Inspire, imagine, create.
My dad was a carpenter and a small building contractor, so when I was growing up I would have been used to listening to conversations about how practical work would have been approached and how to solve problems or how he might tackle something in his workshop, and snooping around and trying to see kind of like what he was making, or you'd find maybe some offcuts and maybe make an attempt of making some stuff for yourself. I remember it being a very kind of a creative place. His workshop, you'd find old pieces of furniture, but it could also be kind of like parts of machinery or bits and pieces, so you'd be just thinking how you might cobble something together. A couple of years out and went back to Letterfrack out to the Furniture Design College out there, and that's when I really kind of began to feel that I fitted in right and that I was definitely in the right place. I moved to Galway then probably 6 years ago, and after some renovations to a house here, I set out doing mainly my own work and working for myself. Local enterprise office were really supportive, it was kind of like through doing courses and stuff there that I got to meet a lot of makers and artists that I know now. And their support as well too is ongoing. Just because you've done the courses and stuff, it doesn't mean that you're not kind of like contacted for different projects and kept in the loop as to what's happening, and they do really, I think, kind of look out for makers and they help people along a lot. I find that the work that I do is very therapeutic. It involves a lot of time where you're working kind of like almost in a hypnotic state, where some of the processes and stuff are quite mundane, but you don't ever even think of it like that. You're actually just in a different kind of a flow and a different zone. My process has developed over the years. At the beginning I would have done working drawings, from you do your sketches first and do your working drawings, and then bring the piece into the 3D world. I always felt that process, it didn't allow me enough time to really assess things and see what it was going to be like. So I had to go back a step, and maybe I would have made one-to-one models. My work has taken me to being a lot more sculptural, and again, kind of like that is more of a rapid process then again, so I'm not making one-to-one scale models really as such. I'm going almost directly from sketches to actually creating at the bench. The Jazz Carver is a special chair for me. It was the first piece of furniture that I made actually after my dad passed away, and it was a really challenging piece actually to make, because you're just trying to get so many components into the right proportions, and as well that all of the components fit together to give you a very aesthetically pleasing end result. Just trying to get a nice line to things and a nice kind of like flow to the whole design, and just to be able to get it into more of a sculptural form that machines actually really can't do. It takes the handwork and the eye of the creator to be able to actually give you the end result. when you engage in the creative process, it allows you to very much embody what's happening. You can explore things and think about things an awful lot more deeply, and go through a way longer process of thinking about things than what you normally would in your average day. I do think that everybody can be creative. It's really about putting the time into something. It's like playing music or even doing a sport or anything. It's kind of like the more time that you put into it, you have to put time into anything to get good. So like if you'd like to make something, you have to make a good couple of attempts first before you get there. And when you do put the work in, you'll find that you are actually able to do it. It comes with the creative process as well too, is that you don't know what's at the other side. You do have to take a little bit of a leap of faith. You can't tell exactly. You're aiming for something, but you don't know what you're going to hit along the way. The whole process in some ways, as you're developing, it's like getting from one bank of a river to the other bank, and you just have to kind of like see where the stepping stones might be, or how you're able to get something, how you're able to get across. Having some equipment can speed things up, but that's all that it's going to do for you. It's going to speed things up, but you can definitely go a little bit longer, a different way, but you don't need a whole pile of tools to be able to make really nice stuff. Interesting to see what kind of amazing work is coming out of some of the smallest workshops that we have throughout the whole country, and even as well with making the lovebirds. For me, like I need a bandsaw, and then after that I probably need 2 more tools, a chisel and a spoke shave, and that's about it. The first time that I made them, I just intuitively made a pair, and then afterwards I show them to, when I showed them to my family, and one of my sisters, who's an artist, actually said to me, you're going to have to stay making them in pairs, because in the whole feng shui practice, when you pair things in your house, it encourages better relationships, and helps for people to be happier.
This video was brought to you by Creative Ireland, Local Enterprise Office Galway, the IDA West Region and Galway City Council. Múin 5. Inspire, imagine, create.